I've been thinking about something. Sacrificing time and energy to convince bigoted people that you are the exception to whatever stereotypes they have will always leave you feeling dissatisfied. I wasted years of my life trying to convince people that I was the exception to their fat phobia. I knew the stereotypes were that fat people were lazy, sloppy, and stupid, and so I devoted all of my energy to proving that I was hardworking, meticulous, and intelligent.
All right, here's the thing about this, all right? I understand that in general, you might think someone who's overweight is slobby, they eat too much food, they're lazy, etc. And there's a reason why that stereotype exists. Because if you're eating gobs of food and you're not exercising enough to burn it off, then yeah, you're going to gain excess weight. So people can naturally assume that there's some sort of imbalance like that in your life. Most people just generally do not have that opinion of you unless they know you. That's right, maybe people you work with see that you're lazy and you don't do half the work that they do because you're fat. Maybe friends who come over to your place think you're a slob because they see that you're unable to clean your apartment and keep things clean the way that you should. Maybe you're always ordering out all the time because you just do not feel like cooking dinner. There's lots of reasons why people in your life would think that about you. Because you're not putting forth the effort to take care of yourself. I mean, if you're that overweight, then yeah, that's a good sign you're not taking care of yourself. I'm busy all the time and I have people congratulating me saying, Big T, we see that you're working very, very hard. Congratulations. I mean, it's just night and day difference compared to where I was at my heaviest to where I am now, how I'm treated by people. Because the people in my life see me putting forth effort. They see that, so they don't automatically assume anything anymore. So if you want to change that stereotype, you're not going to just automatically change people's minds. You're not going to get people to suddenly start being nice to you and saying these things to you. You want people to notice that you work hard. You're not just going to be able to change their minds unless you actually get out there and put forth some effort and work hard and change their minds. You're going to have to do the work to do that, not just assume that they should think that way about you.
But it never mattered, and even though I have all of those qualities, working so tirelessly to make them visible all of the time was never enough to convince people who were committed to othering me to actually accept me instead.
Again, why are people so committed to othering you, whatever that means? Why are they committed to that, unless they see that in your life? Again, when you're so big, doing a moderate amount of work can exhaust you. It makes your life so much more difficult, and you think, I'm trying so hard, I'm trying to do everything I can, and yet it just doesn't seem to be enough, and people think that I'm lazy. Well, yeah, you're not putting forth the effort that everybody else is. You sort of use your obesity like a disability and act like you can't do much. And in reality, you can do a lot more. But you just don't want to. You don't want to put forth the effort. You don't want to change people's minds through actual work. You just want people to think differently about you without actually having to do anything to prove them wrong. Because if you were actually proving them wrong, then they would have no evidence against you. But you act like there's all these different people in your life who's treating you this way. It's not just one people, there's all these other people othering you. Well, maybe there's a reason for that. Maybe there's a reason.
I realized that I wasn't helping myself or other fat folks by trying to be seen as in compliance with an incorrect and oppressive belief system, because ultimately I was just validating their stereotypes, not my worthiness.
Oh my gosh, this oppressive system that everybody else has to live in. This oppressive system that expects the same amount of work out of everybody else. Unless you have a legitimate disability, like you're in a wheelchair and you have a difficult time moving around because you lost a leg or, just something else like that. You're legitimately sick, you're dealing with something, but you're just fat, right? And because you can't do as much as everybody else does, to you it's oppressive that they expect the same out of you that they expect out of every other able-bodied person. You want to be treated like an able-bodied person, but you don't want to live like one. And because you are at a disadvantage, to you that's a problem. You don't want the consequences of your obesity shoved in your face, and so you say it's an oppressive system. You need a break. You need everybody to just give you a break and treat you like everybody else, but you're not willing to put forth that effort that everybody else is doing. We all have to work. We all have to pay the bills. We all have to take care of ourselves and take a shower and make sure that dinner's cooked and, we just got to do it. It's part of everyday life. But nobody's going to think you're a slob if you're actually working really hard. I mean, everything is completely different now because of the effort that I'm putting forward into it. You can't just sit back and expect everybody else to cater to you, give you space, treat you like you're a marginalized group like you talk about all the time, and then think people are going to think differently of you. Because you're victimizing yourself, you expect all these different things that nobody else gets, and then you wonder why people think you're a lazy slob. Well, there's your reason. Anyways, that's my video for today. It's a short one, guys. I'm going to try to put more videos out. They might be short like this one, but please bear with me. Thank you for sticking with me, guys. I love you guys. I miss you guys. I appreciate you very much. God bless you.